Today, we will be looking at some of the worst asylums that were abandoned and now renovated and turned into some of the best luxury resorts, housing communities and even universities today.
Reportage. Be informed today. Subscribe. And never miss a single thing.
Have you ever wondered if someone has died in the hotel that you're staying in or in the home that you just purchased? Well, if you're staying at one of these, the chances are yes. These beautiful newly renovated resorts, hotels, housing communities and even university were once the prisons that confined the mentally ill and society's rejects. The ugly truth is that these spectacularly designed structures began as a safe haven for the mentally ill but in many cases turned out to be a place of abuse, desolate, despair and death. The original architectural structures of most asylums were not just designed for aesthetic pleasure but to aid in the actual treatment of the mentally insane. Psychiatrist Thomas Story Kirkbride was the founder of the Association of Medical Superintendents of American Institutions for the Insane, AMSI, which is now known as the American Psychiatric Association, APA. Dr. Kirkbride was a strong believer in moral treatment of the mentally ill. Dr. Kirkbride published on the construction, organization and general arrangements of hospitals for the insane, a book intended to act as a blueprint on the construction and operation of an asylum. The layouts, provided by Dr. Kirkbride in his book, are often referred to as the Kirkbride Plan. Key architectural features of the Kirkbride Plan included some of the following: a location in the country, close vicinity to a sizable town but not less than 2 miles, a minimum of 100 acres, fertile land for farming and gardening purposes, exposure to good natural lighting. There is no wonder with Dr. Kirkbride's well-thought-out structural features of an asylum that 2 buildings from the Kirkbride Plan found a spot on our list. Hotel Henry Urban Resort Conference Center, formerly Buffalo State Hospital, Kirkbride Historic Building. Architecture style, Richardsonian Romanesque. Built, 1870. Original size, 200 acres. Location, Buffalo, New York, USA. Hotel Henry opened its doors in April 2017 as a 88-room hotel with a 20,000-plus conference center. It did not take long for this historic landmark to gain national recognition, including being named one of Time magazine's World's Greatest Places in 2018. In 2019, Hotel Henry was selected to be a part of the prestigious Curio collection by the Hilton. However, that glory was short-lived. Like many other establishments, the hotel fell victim to the COVID-19 pandemic. More than half of the hotel's projected revenue was lost during 2020. Hotel Henry officially closed its doors on February 27, 2021, but your hopes of staying at this remarkable hotel may not be lost forever. There are talks about an operation takeover which would include a future reopening as well as some additional development on the site. According to the Hilton's website, an opening is expected in January 2030. Bull Street District, formerly South Carolina Lunatic Asylum. Architecture style, Renaissance. Built, 1821 to 1827. Original size, 181 acres. Location, Columbia, South Carolina, USA. Bull Street District will occupy the entire 181 acres of land originally purchased for the South Carolina Lunatic Asylum. Bull Street will feature several notable transformations including West Lawn, Midtown, Merrill Gardens and Page Ellington Park. West Lawn at Bull Street is an office space featuring 79,000 square feet and is also the first mass timber commercial building in Columbia. Midtown at Bull Street will cover approximately 2 acres of land and offer 90 attainable housing units. Merrill Gardens will offer 196 units of independent and assisted living to seniors. Page Ellington Park, a 20-acre public park featuring running and walking paths, a dog park, a natural water habitat and its own thriving ecosystem. Bull Street will also be the future home of the University of South Carolina's Health Campus, including the medical school. Which historic buildings will be preserved? Central Energy and the Babcock Building are among several on the 181 acres of land to be preserved. Central Energy, the old central power plant for the asylum, has been restored as a modern venue for special events. The Babcock Building, the second building to house patients at the asylum, has been restored and converted into 208 luxury apartment units. Hudson Heritage, formerly Hudson River State Hospital, Kirkbride Historic Building. Architecture style, Gothic Revival, High Victorian Gothic. Built, 1868 to 1871. Original size, 296 acres. Location, Poughkeepsie, New York, USA. The Hudson Heritage's 156-acre site will consist of 750 residential units, education, performing arts center, hotel, commercial, medical and office spaces. History will not be lost. The main wing of the Hudson River State Hospital will serve as the main wing of a hotel. There are also plans to restore the historic 18-acre Great Lawn, once considered an integral part of the therapeutic regimen for its psychiatric residents. The Blackburn Inn and Conference Center, formerly Western Lunatic Asylum. Architecture style: Greek Revival, Art Deco, Classico Revival, late 19th and 20th century American movements, agricultural vernacular. Built, 1828. Original size, 43.9 acres. Location, Staunton, Virginia, USA. Rich in history and steeped in elegant charm, the Blackburn Inn and Conference Center is located just steps from downtown Staunton on more than 80 acres of rolling Virginia hills. This special property is at once awe-inspiring and intimate, with event and conference venues unlike any other in the Shenandoah Valley. Elegant, cozy, and filled with thoughtful amenities, each of the Blackburn Inn's 49 rooms offers timeless charm and modern comfort. Clayton Hotel Sligo, formerly Sligo Lunatic Asylum, St. Columba's Hospital. Architecture style Elizabethan. Built, 1847. Original size, unknown. Location, Sligo, Ireland. The impressive building for 250 patients was designed by William Dean Butler, 1794 to 1857, at the end of the Great Irish Famine. It is built in Elizabethan style on the grounds that it was more humane than Gothic. The architect took 12 years building, at which point Dean and Woodward Architects took over. In 1877, 2 additional wings were added. Sir Thomas Manley Dean, 1851 to 1932. Added a new chapel in 1905 in robust Flemish Renaissance style. California State University, Channel Islands. Formerly, Camarillo State Mental Hospital. Architecture style, Mission Revival style. Built, 1932 to 1936. Original size, 200+ acres. Location, Camarillo, California, USA. Camarillo State Mental Hospital, also known as Camarillo State Hospital, was a public psychiatric hospital for patients with both developmental disabilities and mental illness in Camarillo, California. The hospital was in operation from 1936 to 1997. The university has retained the distinctive Mission Revival style architecture, and the bell tower in the South Quad has been adopted as the symbol of the university. The Channel Islands are nearby, where the university operates a scientific research station on Santa Rosa Island. The village at Grand Traverse Commons, formerly Traverse City State Hospital, Kirkbride Historic Building. Architecture style, Italianate. Original size, 135 acres. Built, 1885. Location, Traverse City, Michigan, USA. The village at Grand Traverse Commons is a unique redevelopment of dozens of historic buildings formerly known as the Traverse City State Hospital, and previously, the Northern Michigan Asylum. It is one of the largest historic rehabilitation and adaptive reuse development projects in the nation. The village offers a beautiful solution to urban sprawl by utilizing existing land and structures in our own communities. The site's pastoral landscape of expansive lawns, walkways, paths, and historic arboretums is surrounded by over 480 acres of preserved parkland, woodland, wetland conservation areas, and hiking and biking trails. The new, wide and handicap-accessible paths go through the public and free Botanic Garden at the historic Barnes Park. The auspicious location of the village underscores the unparalleled beauty of its magnificent, century-old Victorian Italianate architecture. Although the construction of the asylums may be considered an architectural masterpiece, the life behind those walls was a disaster for many of its residents. That's a wrap for today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. And make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates.